We should be live here. This is Lick, aka Tim. I'm here with Hubbard, two of the admins for the NDL Farm. We're here to reveal the draft order, and then obviously the draft will take place right afterwards, kind of like a snake offline style draft, which is a lot different than what we do in the NDL, right, Hubbard? We got the big draft coming in the real NDL next weekend. How excited are you for that?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped for a number of reasons, right? It's a new season, that helps. It's a new game, but also we're doing it live and in person. And so we're kind of getting a little bit of that right now. It'll be a lot different, but kind of the live feel to it, but excited about that. And you guys that are here and are new, I know we'll talk about this, but man, you guys are now a part of something that is pretty stinking amazing. And so just enjoy this whole process, enjoy the community. I would tell you, as somebody who's a year into it now, to get into it full speed and embrace the whole community, and things will be great for you.
Yeah, obviously things are we do things a little bit differently in the farm. We kind of save some of the big things for when you do get called up into the NDL, which, breaking news to some, but we did call up some of the NDL farmers that initially put in applications right away back, months ago. They were called up, and so they'll be in their first ever NDL draft next weekend, which is pretty exciting. And then we have 16 members right now that'll be in this draft for the NDL Farm, as well as we have 8 veterans that are playing in the league. And so anyone that's listening will kind of understand that the veterans are spread out between the 4 conferences. And they're there just kind of as Jeremy will be playing as one of the veterans in there. They're there kind of as a liaison, someone of sorts that the members, the new farm recruits can go to for help with the stats, the voting, the coaching reports, how to do stuff, how to input stuff. And then obviously get some feedback, right? We do things, Jeremy, you're what's it? How many years have you been in? Seasons have you been in now?
Just 3 seasons.
Yeah, 3 seasons. Jeremy been in 3 seasons. Is that things are different in the NDL than any other league. Obviously, we don't have this type of longevity, the amount of people. The first thing we always hear from every single recruit that comes in to the league is, man, how do you have so many people in here, right? And that's how we kind of keep these people, is that we offer kind of that positive environment of gameplay, sim gameplay. We do have rules. There's some rules that can't be broken, some rules that they do. There's corrective measures when you do break the rule and stuff like that. With streaming now, obviously it's a lot easier to kind of catch that stuff. But there's just a lot of involvement in the NDL and stuff, and so it's super excited. I know there's a bunch of excited recruits, right? We're in that chat in the recruit chat right now, and they're pretty excited to get the season going and stuff. We got Shady Nasty right now in the audience. We got Prince in the audience, and I think there's a couple other guys actually out there listening right now, and so they're pretty excited to see this reveal. Man, if you had to give a recruit, Jeremy, like a one sentence of kind of introduction to the NDL that would kind of like encompass just the experience in general, what would you tell them?
Man, it's kind of what I said a minute ago. I would just tell you to embrace everything about it, and that's good and bad, right? Like there are a ton of good people in here. But you have 130 people, right? You won't like everybody. You will like a lot of people, and you just have to accept it for what it is. Accept criticism, and it's constructive, right? I think the 8 veterans in the farm, and then you, Tim, as well. Anything we tell you is because we want you to be here and be a part of it. Because honestly, the time that we spend on this between media stuff or just our own research and our own gameplay and stuff like that, it's only because we love it and we think it's a great thing. And so I would just say embrace it all, embrace the constructive criticism you get, embrace the chat, go be active. I was scared to kind of be active at first. I was here, about 14, 15 months ago, I kind of got into this. I was scared at first. I didn't really know anybody. And it's like, man, everybody knows everybody, and you feel like you're kind of the outsider, but just jump in. And I mean, heck, I was on the media team, Tim, and just a month or so in, it was just a part of it. Now I got a bunch of guys that I'm driving 9.5 hours to hang out with next weekend. So just embrace it all and be a part of it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you hit it on the button there. That's probably what I would tell them, is just like fully just get. I mean, you're going to eventually be attached to conferences, get to know the guys, get to know kind of their personalities, find out where they
Yeah.
live. The more you get involved in the NDL, the more you're really going to embrace it and um, kind of fit in, right? We're all you could say we're all kind of weirdos, right? We're obsessed with the gaming community, and what brings us all together is we're really obsessed with college football in general, right? And so I mean, kind of that's what brings us all together, right? We all share that same obsession, like you talked about, Jeremy. We all have different personalities. We come from different walks of life, and all of us are very unique and stuff like that. And so it's a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited about the farm, having some newer guys. I had a guy write me this morning. He got called up to the farm. I mean, to the NDL. He wrote me this morning, and the first thing he says is, "I cannot believe I didn't find this sooner." Right, and then
Me
we hear
too.
that all the time, right? Is obviously that 10-year break kind of limited the amount of ways. Now with the way that we're recruiting and stuff, Homie's been able to reach a larger audience than we used to, right? Most of our recruiting back in the day was done on League Daddy. And so
Yep.
pretty exciting.
No,
Well,
it's gonna be fun.
yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll get kind of right to it here. Give me so we're on a new website, so you'll have to bear with us here as we kind of um, venture into this. So if I do mess up, I apologize. So this is a randomizer on our new website here. I'm gonna shuffle the names that are assigned. There's 16 people right now that are assigned in the coach's pot. We already took the vets already got their teams because we wanted to put them in certain conferences. So that way we have 2 vets in every conference. And then that'll leave some room for our farm recruits. And so I'm going to shuffle the pot, and then we are going to reveal the picks. And so we're shuffling. There we go. Pick number 16. So let's see who gets the last pick. Is and the thing is, these are their website names. I think
Yeah.
they're not exactly going to be whatever their Discord name is in the Discord. But this is ESTVT gets the last pick in the draft, and these teams aren't all 138 teams. We picked the median of the teams right around the 80s, and so most of the teams are pretty well off. And then we took the teams that had higher home field advantage. We put those all in the same conference, so it's kind of that way. We tried to make it as even as possible, so it'd be as
Yeah.
enjoyable as possible. So now we'll reveal the next pick. Is going to be Sheer Sadie. Probably going to murder the names of these picks, but
It happens. It happens.
this one will be easy. This is Andrew. Yeah, that's an easy one. I can say Andrew. Andrew picked 14. Pick 13 is Mamba out. Big Kobe Bryant fan, I'm guessing, with 2408. Speaking of Kobe Bryant, Jeremy, what do you think about the LeBron news? Huh? Where do you think he ends up?
I think he's gonna come to Golden State, Tim. Golden State.
Golden State. I could see that happening too. I just don't know that. I mean, they're just getting too old, right? Like
They are
I
too
heard,
old, but so
I
is
heard the
he.
package is he wants Anthony Davis to come with him, and I'm like, dude, man, you couldn't win when you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but they probably all got. They could go 2 more years, right? Like 2 more years with LeBron and Steph and that group. Can they win it in 2 years? I don't know. I hope not. I'm not a LeBron fan, but that's neither here nor there. But I think he goes to. I think he goes back to Golden State. I hope he doesn't come to Dallas. That's my fear. But I think Golden State.
yeah, Phony thinks going to the Cavs. Pat said Miami. Um, yeah, and so
Mm.
Rain must know this Mama guy because he said it's a perfect spot for him, right at the bottom with the sorry ass Pittsburgh Pirates and the Bengals. So he must be a fan of both of those teams.
Well, could be worse.
Yeah, the Bengals aren't a bad team to enjoy.
I
Like they're
like
kind of excited on the offensive
the,
side. I
yeah
mean,
the
Rain's a
Pirates.
Browns fan, so oof.
Yeah, and the Pirates are going to be good. They got a bunch of young guys. They'll be all right.
Yeah, so the next pick in the NDL Farm, who's going to pick number 12 is Shady Nasty. I know Shady's out there in the audience right now. Pick 12. There you go. Oh, and Rain's a Reds fan too. So that's that.
Uh, poor
Man, they were supposed to be on the up and coming, right? With Dela Cruz
they,
coming on and stuff. And
they were. Hey, Pat just brought up something that's absolutely true. PNC Park in Pittsburgh is an elite baseball stadium. It's an elite stadium in any sport. It's one of the best places I've ever watched a sporting event in my entire life.
yeah, I haven't been there. I've never been to Pittsburgh.
Dude, it's great. I love Pittsburgh and I love that stadium. Both are great.
Number 11 here for the NDL Farm will be ex Comeback Kid. He just signed up a couple days ago. Ex Comeback Kid. Trying to see what their Discord. So these pictures you see online, these images, they come. Homie obviously is a giant wizard. Any of you new members that are in here, Homie's pretty. He's built everything that we have, and he does everything. And he's so if whatever you change your Discord image to in our Discord server is going to pull directly into the website. And
Absolutely
so
crazy.
yeah, trying to decipher some of these pictures. It looks like maybe a cross. I don't know. What do you think that is, Jeremy? Like a cross?
I I can't really see, but let me go over here to
There's
Discord and
no
try
way
to
to make
find
it
that.
bigger. So
Well, that's a problem in life. Um,
yeah, just need help from my wife.
on Discord, that's X Comeback Kid is his name on Discord too.
Yep, yep. Well, we'll just have to leave it to our imagination here. Here, pick number 10 is Dom. Dom picking pick number 10. He's obviously got a very generic profile picture there. Pat.
Pat, but I mean, this guy. Everybody will love Pat. It's a good
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh yeah. You guys all get to meet Pat. Obviously me and Hubbard and Pat and Penguin and Phony. Breaking news to the NDL is Phony will be joining the NDL crew again. And for NDL crew, we open up every Saturday morning, and then the games are released right after NDL. It's about an hour to 2 hours. We talk about NDL games of the week. Yeah, it's a good time, and it'll be fun. And so pick number 9 is Fisher 16. Some of you don't know this is actually my other nephew. So same age as Jordan, Sergeant Lingus in the league. He is very, very bad at the game, which he is okay with. And hopefully will be a good addition, just like as Jordan's kind of coming around and being a good addition to the league. So he'll pick number 9 in the league. Now pick number 8 is Swaff. I think that's how you'd say that. Swaff 19. Swaff.
Yeah. Now is Swaff a returner? Like, has he been in the NDL before and coming back?
You know, I don't know. So we have 2 or 3 guys that are going to be in the NDL farm that were previously in the league, and maybe had been removed. I know a couple
Okay.
of them.
I thought I'd seen his name before. Rain says he doesn't think so. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
I
wrong.
don't think so. A couple of them were let back in the league. They had been out for a couple seasons for some had stepped away for family stuff and things like that. So the next pick is here's another Kobe fan, Kobe Mike Chanda. How do you think you pronounce that?
That's
Honch,
Mike Honcho. Mike Honcho.
Honcho.
Kobe Mike Honcho.
What's the
Uh,
BD for? Why would you put BD at the end? Honcho was regular Mike. Was Kobe underscore Mike Honcho already taken? So he had to have
yeah.
BD at the end?
I'll ask Pat what he thinks BD stands for, but I'm not going to go there. But 2 Kobe fans out of 16, that's crazy.
Pick number 7. Move on to pick number 6 is Scoop. Scoop was one of those former NDLers that was in the league. He's back. I think he's also in the chat, if I'm not mistaken here. And then we got Base Ugly God 15 with pick number 5. Looks like there's like a blow up dinosaur with 2 kids, maybe.
Okay, interesting.
Or maybe it's just a regular like dinosaur statue, maybe. Father Oates, also a Baltimore Raven fan, kind of hitting this Midwest right now.
The Ravens.
The Ravens. Next up is Cree Talk to him with pick number 3. And then Prince. Prince is in the chat here.
This is in the chat.
Yeah, Prince in the chat. He was the first one in the chat. Gets pick number 2. Man, here we go. Big reveal. Pick number 1 is I play football. We just got him. He actually put in he's been on the waiting list. He's been in the chat, but we just got him. He was the last guy to get situated online today with his profile and stuff, and he ends up with pick number 1. I play football.
Seems pretty good to be the last guy.
His image reminds me of the old cartoon Doug. Remember Doug?
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah, Nickelodeon, I think, right?
It was Nickelodeon, yeah, for sure. God, that's a flashback.
Yeah, and so I'm going to assume that I just saved this draft order. Again, this is all new website, new way of doing stuff. So I saved the draft order for season 36 of the NDL Farm. And then now we will start the draft. So I Play Football will be on the clock, basically. Myself, Hubbard, or Tiger, or even Homie may reach out to you and just we'll be able to look at the teams that you pre-selected already. For any of you listening that don't know, basically you go in and you can rank your teams, and then we just pick from there. And if they don't have teams ranked, we'll reach out to them on Discord and give them a little, probably 5-10 minutes. We'll move on, right? Because they were all given instructions. Part of being in the farm is we give you a list of instructions and see if you can follow them. As you can imagine, with 138 people in our real league, is it's kind of important to make sure you're reading the announcements. The announcements get put out, and those are things that are very important, things that need to be addressed in the league, things like that. So always have those notifications on. Yeah, and I mean, Hubbard, you got any parting words to the farm recruits or any of the NDL
No,
people that are on listening?
no, I guess you tell me. I know you. It's all out there. When are we going to start playing? I know we're going to draft now. What's kind of the schedule, right?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, actually. Yeah, we can kind of go over some of that. So basically, what our goal was is we wanted to get going and get games started before the actual NDL draft starts. So the NDL draft is next Friday, Saturday, live draft. And so we are planning on tentatively trying to get games going started as early as we can get the draft ended, right? We get the draft ended. Homie will be able to get the schedules and everything like that released, and then we kind of get the season going. So we're hoping to have the games get going next week. Kind of the way that the farm and stuff will run, for people that don't know, is that week 4 is our deadline for bringing up any new members now into the NDL. Once week 4 is ended, we won't bring any new members into the NDL. That way, we kind of draw out the fair balance of people leaving it, in the middle of the season and stuff, and coaches having to play previous coaches and stuff. And then that way we can bring in some of the new talent earlier in the season. And if not, they'll just wait out in the farm until the end of the season and then be entered into the NDL draft. And so, tentatively, hopefully some of these guys, these 16 members right now that are in the NDL as recruits, would have the potential next week to get 2 games in and potentially be called up, right? These recruits know what we're looking for. We're not looking for wins. We don't care about the wins. That's been well established to all the NDL Farm recruits, is it doesn't matter what type of player when it comes to winning. We don't mind you being competitive, but really what it comes down to is the sportsmanship, being able to read and understand the rules and the structure of the league, and just being a good fit for the NDL. And that's not being molded into a certain personality. It's just like, be yourself and just be a good fit for the NDL.
Yeah, and Rain makes a good point here in the chat, guys. Your record has no effect on whether you're in the league or out of the league. You're not going to get kicked out if you're no good at the game. Thank goodness, or I'd be gone. Like you come in here. It's a community, like you said. Play the right way. Respect everybody. Follow the rules. And you've mentioned this a couple of times in the chat, right? Like, being able to follow the rules and know what's going on, that's part of it, because there are a lot of things that happen. We get messages from Homie that say voting is live for 48 hours, or you got to have your draft declaration done, or whatever it is. Being able to do the right thing is what matters. Wins and losses, there are plenty of guys in this league who are very good. There are plenty of guys in this league who are not very good, and there's a big group in the middle. And it ranges across there. Don't worry about if you're winning or losing. That's not how we're going to pull somebody up or put somebody back down. Any of that stuff. Just do the right thing and treat people the right way, and it'll all go well for you.
Just to put stuff in perspective, because I can't imagine being a new recruit and coming to the league from playing like an online dynasty where everything is just on the game, right? You come into our league, there's a lot of information, right? So it can be information overload. Remember, just to lean on some of the veterans, lean on the chat, the live chat. You can direct message myself, Hubbard, any of the members in the NDO will help you. And so lean on that if you need some information. Don't think that you're a hassle or anything like that. And then also, just to put things in perspective, Jeremy, how many games did you win last year?
6.
6 games. So Jeremy won 6 games. Jeremy, what pick are you in the draft?
I should be
Tentatively.
between 15 to 20, probably.
There you go. That just puts stuff in perspective, that the wins doesn't really mean much at all when you're talking about the success and the points and stuff in the league either. It really comes down to your participation And that means doing
Yep.
your voting, putting in your stats after the game, your player stats, and then really importantly is getting good coaching reports, right? Coaching reports are detailed reports that each coach gives you after every single game. And it's good feedback. Most of the coaching reports, okay, and Rain can attest to this, right? Most of our coaching reports are all great feedback, right? Some of them have some constructive stuff, but they don't penalize you. They just say, hey, these are some of the things that I would look out for, right? Remember, a coaching report is an individual report done by a coach with their own opinion on how all those things shape out. We've had coaching reports since the beginning of time, and they've always kind of stand the test of time. And then with the streaming and stuff, it's been able to help. But take the coaching reports to heart, right? It's constructive criticism. And if you see multiple things in multiple reports, those are things you should probably change. And if you do all those things, man, you're going to love the NDL. And like Rain said, it's a gaming community. We have 2K, we got MLB, we have guys that play first person shooters, we have guys that play all kinds of games. They play the simulated baseball. I forget the name of it, but um, man, I can't think of it, but all kinds of
Uh,
things go on.
Out of the park or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And so there's a lot of things going on, like Jeremy talked about, is this year, a group of us, I think there's like 15 to 20 of us are meeting in Nashville. And some of us have never met before, some of us have met, and then obviously some of them have met, in the past and stuff too. And so it's a pretty big community and stuff like that. And so it's super excited. I'm excited to have some of the guys are really active in the chat. They're asking tons of good questions, and they've even brought some things to homie about the website that would maybe help streamline certain things and stuff. So full of good ideas and stuff, and pretty excited.
While we're giving advice, Tim, something that I was thinking about just now about feedback and stuff like that. I was scrimmaging another veteran this morning, actually Tim's nephew. Okay, we're scrimmaging this morning. We're playing a game. Something happened, and we're both veterans. He's been in the league as longer than I have even. And something came up that we didn't know what to do, and he hit pause, and we talked it out. I would encourage that if you're playing a game and there's like you don't know fourth down rules, you don't know if something you did was right or wrong, hit pause right then, go to Discord, work it out. I would say, Tim, you've been around longer than me. The majority of issues we have long term could have been resolved by people stopping the game right then and talking it out and getting the right answer and then finishing the game. We agreed that we're not really sure if what he did was right or wrong. He thought it might be, so he punted me the ball back, and so whatever. But those type of things you got to think about. And I guess now that we're able to sit here and say things to you, verbally, and you see it, that's what I would tell you. Get on top of things early. Don't just let something fester, and don't because you're talking about coaching reports. If you don't try to work something out during the game and it's maybe 50-50 and that person loses, their coaching report is they're going to blast you. I mean, they just are, right? That's kind of the way it goes. So communicate and talk, and most of those things can be worked out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jeremy. Sometimes it gets lost in the fact that just all you got to do is pause the game and message them on Discord. Um, and I mean, anytime you see your opponent pause a game, that should be the first thing you do is check your Discord, make sure they're not right. You make sure something's not going on, right? A majority of us all have family, kids. Sometimes a pause needs to take place to take care of something. And so that should
Yeah.
always be the first thing you do. And in it, at the end of the day, if most of the time, okay, I'm never gonna put the stamp that says all the time, most of the time, if you can settle whatever happened, a rule break, whatever happened during the game, if you can settle it amongst yourself as men in the chat, a majority of the time that's it, right? Obviously, if it get brought to shell and stuff like that, that's usually what happens. Is hey, they were able to settle it in the game. There's no issue, right? Um,
Yeah.
and and so that's definitely part of being such a big community and in obviously the sportsmanship and stuff. So that's a great point, Jeremy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I've tagged the number one pick. I've tagged the number one pick. So we're
yeah, and let
he's
me.
online.
I might be able to go in here. So obviously, got to remember this stuff is new, and I think Homie is working right now. But he there's a place to go into each person's um draft board. Um, okay, draft maybe. There's a way to go check out their teams. Most of these guys in here told me that they had put 14 to 16 teams in there. And so if I
Yeah.
go to play so So it doesn't look like see, I just can't tell because it looks like they're in alphabetical order.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and so is anyone in the audience who pre-did their teams? Someone's got to say me.
I wonder if you click on his name.
I did. So Prince said he did. So I'm definitely doing something wrong. So when this is my draft queue. Let me see. You guys probably aren't seeing what I'm seeing because it's like in the admin section. So when I go to my draft queue, okay, so that's my team. So when I go to the draft board and I click on his team, it's alphabetical order.
What
Okay,
says
so
now
it's showing his is empty. No, but so I want all you NDL recruits to know that part of us, so you guys were also the guinea pigs. Part of us having the draft prior to next weekend was we're using a brand new website, all freshly created, as we wanted to make sure we got any bugs out. Now with 16 members as opposed to 138. And so when I click on his team, yeah, it just shows them in alphabetical order for him
Okay, he
and
says his is up now.
okay, so it still is showing that for me. Let me see if I can.
I'm going to go into my because I think I have the admin access to on the
Okay.
farm. So let me see if we can find this together somehow.
Yeah. Going back to some of these messages that we were exchanging about the draft queue.
I thought maybe on the
And
coaches
if
it
he
would.
ends up telling you what pick he wants, tell us and we can pick the team for him.
I have not seen a response yet, but let me go back here to the draft as well. Production on the fly. It's kind of what we do best, honestly.
I did write Holme and asked him, so we'll see. What's up, RB? What's up, Wilds?
Got a few vets up in here.
Yep. Just getting excited. I think RB, just for you guys, RB's planning a maybe a podcast this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday morning, maybe.
How funny is it? RB's right. The NDL is back, baby. 16 people watching you and I try to figure out how to do the draft.
I know, right?
We are so back.
So I can set a clock. He's got all kinds of stuff on here where I can make images bigger. What's up, J. Crew? Oh, Saturday night podcast. This Saturday night podcast with Matt and NTX. Man, I'm excited.
Good.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, they'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know because it's got to be in the. I don't know because when I click on the admin section, there's really, I don't see anything in there about the draft. I can.
Yeah, and of course, I'm scared to do something to mess up anything that I have way too much power here.
Yeah, the nice part is you're only going to mess up the farm.
Yeah, that's good. That is good.
But I can randomize the draft order. I can update the draft order, and I can draft for people.
but you can't
But
see their
I
list.
don't know how to see their list.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get another like 3 minutes, and we're just going to move on because, well, I don't want to do that because we were supposed to be able to see their list, and there probably is a way to do it. I'm just doing it wrong. I did reach out to homie and ask him.
He's online. It looks like he's playing a game though, or
Yeah.
he's in the game.
Yep.
I'm gonna tag him again.
So my draft queue, I did send him a private DM too. Man, what else have you been up to, Hubbard, this summer?
Oh man, not a whole lot. You kind of have been selling a bunch of cards, man. And selling a bunch of football cards online. It's kind of turned into a little whatnot star, I guess. As much as you can be a whatnot star, I guess. But not a lot else. Hadn't really traveled a lot. Our kids have been in and out. We have 3 kids in college, and so they've been in and out of the house and hanging out and doing different things and uh, getting ready to come to Nashville next week. My wife and I are gonna make a little vacation out of it, and she gets to roam Nashville by herself on Friday while we're all hanging out. So that could be good or bad for me. Either way, I don't know, but it'll be fun. You've been traveling a little bit, huh?
Well, we yeah, no. Like right now, my Sergeant Lingus is down here with his mom and my brother-in-law and my other two little nephews, and so we've been hanging around the pool, hanging out on the lake, just kind of enjoying the summer. And then, yeah, and so I'll be going to Nashville next weekend, and then obviously school starts up in August. We get pretty busy in the fall with our all the kids and stuff, and playing the different sports and stuff, and then obviously football starts, and so my Saturdays and Sundays are pretty busy with that in general. And so,
While we're killing time, I want to ask you about something I saw you posted on Facebook. You got is it a kickball tournament you got going on, or what kind of tournament you got going on, and what's that about?
yeah, so next weekend, not it's the weekend after our convention, so not this coming weekend, in 2 weeks. One of our first friends we met when we moved down to Louisiana in 2019 was a volleyball dad, right? Because my daughter played volleyball, and so that's one of the first people I met, and we became pretty close, right? We both love barbecue and we both love football. He's a giant LSU fan. And so our families hung out a lot every weekend. We traveled together out of state and out of town and stuff. And what was it, about 3 years ago? He unexpectedly passed away in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
and so he played rec sports with me and stuff like that. And so one of the things that I wanted to do to kind of help his family and kind of keep his legacy going is I started a memorial kickball tournament, and we donated that money. It's the Chad Coker Memorial Fund, and they give out a volleyball scholarship every year to an area volleyball player. And so I run the kickball tournament. The first year we had 10 teams. Last year was our second year. We had 14 teams. And then this year we already have 14 teams signed up. And so,
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's a lot of fun. We get kids of all, like last year, a middle school team, the middle school boys won it. It's like a 6-4, 6 guys, 4 girls, but we allow middle school kids to count as girls. And, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The city basically gives us the field for the weekend. So we get lights, and we have a big social at one of the big breweries downtown. And,
Well, that's awesome.
man, I get choked up every single time that I see his wife. We see her a lot anyways, because she's still obviously a very close friend, but all her family and his family come in town for the weekend. And so obviously just they shower me with love, and it's really not me. It's something that they do. And it's I get a little emotional just thinking about it right now, just because I just know how
Yeah.
much it means to their family. And my kids, last year they all were on a team, and my family had 4 different teams in the tournament, which was just really cool to see my family like fully, just kind of like, I don't know, just participate in that and kind of understand that, there's
Yeah.
definitely more to life than just like ourselves, and some of the little things that you do can really make an impact on other families and stuff. So,
Yeah. Well, and I'll say this about the NDL. We keep talking about community, and we are that way because I'll tell you what, like just like what you're talking about, and there are so many. When you have 138 people, 130 people, whatever it is, there's all kind of things like that that come up over the course of the year. And I will say this: that our group, our people, support everybody as much as they can in as many different things as they can. Um, and that's one of them. And I've seen that, like I said, and just hadn't really talked to you about it, but that's pretty awesome. And that, that's Tim will never brag on himself. That's the kind of person Tim is. A lot of people in here are like that. That's the truth, and that's why I could go 0-12 every year, and I'd probably want to break my controller every year, but I'm not going anywhere just for that. Just for that reason alone.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I think someone started something in the Discord in our big NDL Discord about what I forget what the name of it, but it's basically just hey, support some of the things I'm doing. And I think
Yeah.
like what was it? Someone posted their daughter. She actually makes music. I
AU
think she has
Tiger.
a
Yeah.
has a record album. I think her name's Reese or something like that, and she has a bunch of Spotify, Apple Music, and stuff out there. Yeah, shameless plugs. There you go. Thanks, Rain. And um, I think yeah, I mean Penguin posted something in there. I think about him and his wife just bought a bookstore like a year ago, and they just moved into a brand new location downtown in his town, and you can order books online and stuff. So just lots of different things like that go out throughout the year. And the crazy part is the fundraising right now, right? Like, so if you have a kid in school, the amount of fundraising that takes place, and sometimes it can be $5-10, things like that stuff could get posted in there. I have no problem donating $10 to a kid. A lot of times what I have friends that live up north in Montana, and the only time I ever will donate any money is if they make their kid call me, right? So I like
Yeah.
make their kid call me and talk to me over the phone instead of texting me. Like, hey, can you donate me some money and send me a link? As I love being able to try to communicate why they need the money, and everything can be pretty fun.
Yeah, 100%. But no, the shameless plug channel is pretty awesome. I mean, that is I don't remember who started that or whose idea it was, but it was a great idea for sure.
Well, man, this he was writing me right before the draft started. He was writing me nonstop on Discord. Um,
My man got into a game. What
yeah,
happened?
I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna skip him, and the reason being is that I don't think he set up any teams on the website because he wrote me right before the draft and was just getting into the website. And so I
Yeah,
think
that probably
we're just
didn't have
gonna
time
move
to
him.
do that.
Yeah. So hey, Prince, who are you picking? You're on the clock.
Interesting choice here. I, you know, oh, that's a good one.
Did you see? Did
South
he just
Carolina.
South Carolina? Okay.
Yeah, he's in the Twitch chat with South Carolina.
Okay. So there we go. Boom. I think he was picked. So it said assign a team, South Carolina, assign team. Does it show him having the team?
Let me go to the. Let me go look.
What if I refresh this? I did just write Cree as well.
South Carolina. Let me see. It does not have him in there yet.
Yeah, it doesn't. So when I click select on here and I click South Carolina and I sign it, nothing happens. There still shows a team available. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be writing this down.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to get in a spot where I can put this down because Homie's going to have to help us here. And we knew that there was the potential this could happen, right? We tried to test this offline with it's another like separate league that he has online, just for testing. But obviously, as you guys probably know with the website, is none of that stuff ever goes as planned. And so I'm gonna take all these names and put them in a draft. Oh, there, I just put it in our admin chat.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what our options might be.
Yeah, unless there's a way that you have to start the draft. But I don't see anything in here like that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't. Is there a way to start the draft? I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I don't know.
Well, there you go. Well, at least now they know the draft order, right? Draft order's been posted. I'll post it in their chat as well. And I guess we will just have to wait for the almighty homie to tell us how to pick the teams on the site. But we'll just keep going down the list of teams. We'll just Discord them, give them a little bit of time, and if they don't, we'll just move on to the next guy. Unless I just want to wait. Um, I might just wait for homie because if these guys did do lists and stuff, I really don't want to mess them up because some guys may be working, out of town, sleeping. I don't want to. If they did a list, they did what they're supposed to. So
Yeah,
there's
that'd be bad. We don't want to make sure
definitely
guys don't get stuck.
and there's definitely no way for me to do anything different in this draft. It just has my own queue, my team, um, and I can select teams, but when I select them, nothing happens. So well, stay tuned. The big thing right now was we were going to do the draft order. We were never planning on doing an entire live draft, just
Yeah.
for any of the vets that are in here thinking we were having a live draft. We were doing a live draft order reveal, and then we were going to do kind of a snake online draft with all these people were given instructions to go put in their teams in a list. And as of anything else goes, I'm sure half of them did, half of them didn't. So we'll go down that list, and we have those members, farm recruits, telling us, "Hey, I did do a list. I did do a list." So we'll wait for homie to give us instructions, but they should have teams and be going. And so if any of them do reach out to any of you vets out there, asking questions or anything, please help them the best you can, or at least send them in the right direction. You can send them to me, Tiger, or Hubbard, or any of the vets that have offered to help in the farm this season. Our vets that are helping in the farm are Phony, Wilds, Big Z, Andy, Doc, and Twista. All great members. Some of them are long lasting, initial type members in the league and stuff. So pretty excited. Pretty excited, man. We'll be doing the live draft next Friday. That'll be the next time I'll probably see you in face. Hubbard, get to meet you in real life. We're doing the live draft from the convention, from the NDL convention. Live draft Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, man. I'm pretty excited.
It's gonna be great. I'm excited about it. You young guys, you new guys. If you want to play, reach out. Let us know. I'm around for the weekend, and I know these guys. Everybody should have the game now. I think the regular edition's out, so there'll be a lot of action in the scrimmage channel. I would think tonight and the weekend.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. Thanks for coming on today, Hubbard, and talk to you guys later.
All right, see you guys.